Oh, hello. How did you get in here? I wasn't planning on having any customers today. It's a holiday. A personal holiday. I have been dreadfully busy the last year or so. Things haven't been going well anywhere. Certainly keeps a witch like me busy. Still here. All right. Why are you here? Now that is an interesting request. It's not very often that I get a customer that has a brain. Let me see if I understand you. You're planning on making a deal with the devil. The devil wants your soul. But you want to make sure you're getting the best deal for the price. I see you want to make sure that devil doesn't lowball you. I want to see how valuable your soul is. See if you can really get something spectacular out of this deal. Interesting. Of course, I still think you're rather foolish to even considering a deal with the devil. However, it is your soul. You can do with it as you wish. Measuring a soul. What is the price of a human soul? How much do you think your soul is currently worth? Not a bad estimate. However, you are thinking in terms of human. We need to think like a devil. This devil will have your soul eternally. The value might change over time. This is more like a stock or an investment. So let's bother you? Do you think a human soul is more valuable when they're younger and have more time left to do things? Or would the soul be more valuable when they're older and already have an established life? It's a shame, but in human culture, people with money, power, and fame tend to be higher valued than the peasants and plebeians below them. A devil, however, they see things differently. The smallest, weakest, most pathetic person can have an immense amount of value to them. This will make things a bit more difficult to quantify. What are you like? Are you someone rich, someone famous, someone with power? We'll have to take those into consideration when attempting to figure out your value. Alright, we have your age, your station. What sort of potential can you have? Do you have any skills? Do you have any talents that no other human may possess? How about family? Any family history? Someone powerful, famous, influential in your family? Another thing to add to our potential list of things to consider. Are you involved in any influential group? Work for a powerful person? That sort of thing. Are you only speaking to one devil, or Are you speaking to multiple devils? I'd encourage you to speak to as many as you can. Might as well try to get the best deal. Do be careful, though. Devils sometimes talk to each other, and they might not like you speaking to their rivals. Be careful. I just realized that this sounds an awful like a job interview. In many ways, selling your soul is like applying for a job. When a devil offers their power in exchange for a soul, they have quite the commitment to live up to. Devils are foul beings, but they do have rules. Very esoteric rules, but rules nonetheless. This is why they're going to try to get your soul in exchange for doing the least amount of work possible. See, devils have a very limited amount of power to use at once. If they use too much power in a short period of time, they become weak. Well, weak for a devil. Their rivals will keep an eye out for this and attack when they are weak. This is another reason why devils will get mad if they find out you're talking to other devils. They don't want their rivals knowing what sort of deal they're making. Devils only brag about the deals they made after the human soul is theirs to collect. And devils love to brag. They have terrible egos. Use that to your advantage when dealing with them. Appeal to their ego, but not too much. Don't want them to get overconfident and think that they can lowball you. So now we have some information about you, and I have given you some information about devils. I suppose the next question is, what exactly do you want a devil to do for you in complete detail? Don't leave anything out. I promise I won't tell a soul what your plan is. Aren't you a cheeky little thing? Is it worth selling your soul for that? judging. I'm merely seeing your conviction. You shouldn't play around with devils. You should only contact them if you are truly willing to sell your soul. You really don't want to get on a devil's bad side, which is really easy to do because every side is their bad side. Witches are somewhat similar. We have our bad sides and our good sides. Some witches have really good sides. I prefer to keep my options open. You get more customers if you appeal to multiple types of people. Do you like my little doll? I promise I'm going somewhere with this. This special little doll is made out of thread, magic thread. I use this thread when creating puppets, assistants. I can wind this thread inside a human body, and then I can control the strings, much like a puppeteer controls a marionette. This magic thread is waiting to be placed inside another puppet. I keep stabbing it in order to make sure that this thread is strong enough to withstand magic. Have you been counting how many times I stabbed it? Well, I stabbed it quite a lot. If this particular thread was connected to a puppet, they would feel an awful lot of pain. Now, you understand how painful this can be. This is what a devil will do to your soul. As a witch, I can only take control of the physical shell, the body, the mind somewhat. But a devil, they get the soul. They don't control the body. But the soul will be under their complete control. That means they can stab you. They can torment you eternally. Unlike my thread, your soul won't tear, won't rip, won't slowly fall apart. And I guarantee that their equipment is much sharper than mine. Imagine this little doll as your soul, and me as the devil, doing this forever. Is whatever you're planning worth this much pain? I see. You shouldn't let the devil know how serious you are. Be serious enough to get their attention, but not serious enough where they think they can get anything out of you. We can't use numbers to explain the price of a soul. Devils don't really deal with human currency. But based on what I have seen tonight and what you have said, I think your soul is worth an astounding amount. To a devil, at least. You should be able to get just about anything you want. If you play your cards right, you could become something truly terrible. At least while you're alive, you could cause a big change in the world with the devil's assistance. But remember, everything has a price. The price you pay will be extraordinary. When you go to the devil, make sure that you look strong, confident. You must know your worth, and your worth is a lot. However, don't tease the devil. Do ask other devils for a second or third or 10th opinion without letting the other devils know that you're consulting another devil. I think you can make a fantastic deal. Speaking of deals, you might not need your body much longer. Since you're so willing to sell your soul, if you're ever thinking of getting rid of that old body, consider stopping by. I'll always take a body off someone's hands. Well, maybe the devil you sell your soul to will sell it to me. I could always use another puppet. Your body won't last long, but might as well use it. I will be watching you with great interest I can't wait to see what type of deal you make, and especially which devil you choose to make it with. You are going to cause quite a stir in the human realm. Best of luck, and remember, you are very, very valuable.